And now gently close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Chakras. The chakras are subtle energy bodies situated within the spinal cord, within the innermost core of the Sushumna Nadi. These nadis, 72,000 of them, carry subtle energy throughout the body. The 7 chakras are located at 7 different places. These chakras, because our emotions are strong, they absolutely block these chakras, which restrict the prana from moving smooth freely. Wherever the prana reaches over a period of time, we have disease. Today, we will be studying, meditating, and going through each chakra. Beginning at the base of your spine, the Muladhara chakra. Visualize red color for the Muladhara chakra. The mantra is Lam. The Muladhara chakra pulsating, vibrating at the base of your spine. Take your mind to the Muladhara chakra, relating to the earth, survival, strength. I am. To the Swadhisthana chakra, visualizing the color orange, mantra Vam. Relating to the water element and situated in Swadhisthana chakra. Visualize bright orange color. chakra, slowly bring your attention up next to the navel. Manipura chakra. Bright yellow sunflower. The mantra is Ram. Bright, shining, vibrant as the sun. Fire, sunflower, yellow, radiating the energy in the entire abdominal area. Manipur chakra. Fire, visualize the heat, the warmth, and the bright yellow color. Slowly, from the Anahat chakra, bring your attention up next to the heart. Anahat chakra. Visualize the color green for Anahat chakra. The mantra is Yam. Green. Full of compassion, feelings, gratitude, love. Anahat chakra. The vibrant green color with the mantra Yam. From the Anahat chakra, slowly bring your attention next to your thyroid gland in the throat, Vishuddhi chakra. Vishuddhi chakra with the color blue. Hum is the mantra. Hum. I am responsible for what I feel and I communicate what I feel. When my Vishuddhi is strong, I can communicate, speak, listen well. I can express myself beautifully. Vishuddhi chakra in the throat next to the thyroid gland. From the Vishuddhi, slowly come up between your eyebrows, Agnya chakra. Agnya chakra. Visualize the color indigo. The mantra is visualizing the mantra and the indigo color. Responsible for my intellect, the way I think, the way I perceive the knowledge, the way I absorb all that is around me. Focusing between your eyebrows on the Agya chakra helps me to improve my concentration, my intellect, my intuitive capacity, my willpower. From the Agya chakra, slowly come up to the crown, Sahasrar chakra. Visualize 1,000-petaled, beautiful, light purple lotus. The lotus is in the lake. The petals unfold one after the other. All 1,000 petals are absolutely divine. Inside the lotus is what you need to visualize. Sahasrar chakra at the crown. I feel one with the divine. I'm able to trust life, values, people. I have faith in the divine, in the supreme. I am wise. I surrender. I am spiritual. I am myself. From the Sahasrar, slowly bring your attention down between your eyebrows to the Agya chakra. From the Agya chakra, slowly come down to the Vishuddhi chakra in your throat. From the Vishuddhi chakra, slowly come down to Anahat chakra next to your heart. From the Anahat chakra, slowly come down to the Manipur chakra next to the navel. From the Manipur chakra, slowly come down to the Swadhisthana chakra. From the Swadhisthana chakra, slowly come down to the Muladhara chakra. Visualize all the 7 chakras, the colors at one glance: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, light purple. What is Dhyan? Whenever I focus on an object, color, between my eyebrows. Wherever my focus, my concentration resides, I practice dharana. The process of inhalation and exhalation, shwas, prashwas, along with that object, one pointed, merging is dharana. Dhyan is complete meditation when you are absolutely absorbed in that object. For the next 3 minutes, I want all of you to pick up any color, any object, any deity, and focus on that. Absolute concentration, absolute one-pointedness, healing and exhalation, inhalation and slowly externalize your mind. Become aware of your surroundings. Gently rub your palms. Make a cup of your palms. Place it on your eyes. Slowly remove your palm.
Yeah, if anybody wants to ask, you are talking.
Yes.
Okay.
If anybody has any query.
Okay. It was awesome, but very calming and peaceful.
Yeah, I can realize everybody was talking so much before the session. Now everybody has become absolutely quiet. So the human mind is so beautiful, at the same time so complex. It just requires 15-20 minutes to calm yourself and your nerves down and remove the anxiety, remove the fear, remove that worry, too much of thinking. So all it takes is to just settle yourself down. Anybody has any questions?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
I'm Nitya Dikshit. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, Nitya.
Okay. Yeah, I can. I'm not able to sit more than 5 minutes in the Padmasan. Like, because I'm having knee pain.
So in Dhyan, sit on a chair, Nitya. If
But
you
the
can
chair
sit on
is
a
it?
chair, you
But do
can
we get the
place your
same?
feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do we get the
Absolutely.
same effect
See,
with?
by sitting on a
Yeah.
chair, you need to not have your feet down for a very
Okay.
long time. So you can place your feet, you can place another chair and place your feet up so that,
Okay.
your feet don't get tired.
Yeah. No, but
And
what's the difference between sitting down and then doing in the chair, sitting in the chair?
those who,
It's
yes.
Though I would like to sit down and do in Padmasan, but I'm very rarely I get to sit for more than 5 minutes.
So if you can sit on the ground, I suggest begin with Sukhasan.
Okay.
Okay, and then slowly start with Ardha Padmasan.
Okay.
First Sukhasan and then Ardha Padmasan, and then
Okay.
slowly you can switch to Padmasan.
Okay.
Because the discomfort which you will have in Padmasan will take your mind away. That
Yeah.
pain will take your mind away from the dhyan.
Yes, that's
So
what
if you
happens.
can sit, yes, so if you can sit in Sukhasan, it's great. You can start with Sukhasan for the first couple of months, then
Okay.
bring in Ardha Padmasan, and then go to Padmasan.
Okay. Thank you. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
So Ruchi ji, first of all, I
Yes.
would like to thank you for coming over here, taking out time, and that was really beautiful. The reason is I had the previous session, so then I was a little tense, and then after doing this meditation for 15-20 minutes, it's like complete relaxation. So, that was, I'm really feeling results now. So, thanks a lot. Thank you so much for
Thank you so
this.
much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. And if there are any more questions, you can all pass your questions to Bhavani ji, and she will definitely pass it to me. I can answer. And if you have any queries further regarding Chakra Dhyan or Dhyan or anything, Bhavani ji will definitely guide you. And she has
Yes.
my number. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
lovely, lovely evening. Thank you.
Yes, you too.
Thanks, Atan. Bhavani, now you can take over. I'll mute others.
No, actually, I am so much feeling relaxed now. No, I don't feel
Yes.
like talking actually now.
Seen.
I feel like sitting and just relaxing, and
Feel
Ruchi has done a
continuing
great
in
job.
this thing. See the power of
And
meditation.
yeah, meditation. Yes, Ruchi ji. So we all were talking and doing this thing, and now she made us so calm that now I don't feel like talking only.
Yeah,
So
Bhavan,
okay, yes,
Bhavani,
yes.
can I
So
ask you one thing?
yes.
Why I'm not able to concentrate in meditation? What is wrong? Like, is it anything wrong? I'm not able to concentrate. I don't know. My mind is running up and down.
So yeah. So if Ruchi ji is there, she's a better person to answer to this question.
Yeah, no, I thought you, I must be knowing.
No,
Okay.
yeah, I'll because I know you. I'll from my side I can give you the reason, but not here.
Yeah.
Personally, I'll tell you.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Fine. Fine.
Okay.
No problem. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not able to concentrate. I know suddenly my brain,
Can we
goes
get
somewhere
going?
else. It's just running.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's a reason. We'll talk on that
Yeah.
after this
Uh,
session.
Okay.
now you
Okay.
start
Yeah.
on
So
fasting.
okay.
Yes. Yes. Please.
Yes, fasting. So Navratri is like a lot of people we fast, okay, because we feel that we are pleasing Goddess Durga by doing fasting. But actually, nothing like that. It is we are cleaning our body. It's a kind of cleansing process which happens when we are doing fasting. Because what happens is when we are doing fasting, the digestive fire increases. We call it as Agni, which is called, Agni is not less than any deity. So the digestive fire starts increasing, and that is how all the toxins are burned out. So when the toxins are burned and when they are flushed out of the body, like it is something like we lose all the dullness and the lethargy, and all the cells of the body are kind of rejuvenation happens. So fasting is therefore very effective, and it's a kind of effective therapy to cleanse our body, and the body is completely cleansed, the mind is calm, and it's more peaceful. So if you find, just to give a small example, like if you keep on eating, so what happens is one is physiologically, if we see, so the body, the food is not able to get digested properly. So if the digestion does not happen properly, if the toxins are not cleared from the body, we get some kind of irritation, maybe because of the gastric problem or constipation, or at times we get headache. So these are the physiological problems which are associated with overeating. So what happens when we are doing fasting? So naturally, completely, it said that Ma Durga kills the demon. Okay, so that way we are also killing the toxins which is present inside our body. So that is how we physiologically the body is much more improved because our cells are rejuvenated, and psychologically also, if you see, we are calm and we are peaceful. Now Navratri comes twice a year, so in Sharad Ritu and it is like and Vasant Ritu. So these are the two times when we observe Navratri, and basically what happens is this is called as Ritu Charya, like switching from one season to the other. So when we are switching from one Ritu to the other Ritu, at that time again there is if you see the environment, there are certain changes happening at the same time inside our body also certain changes are happening. So it said in Ayurveda, it said that 7 days from the beginning of the new Ritu and the ending of the new Ritu, that's the time when there is seasonal changes, and that's the time when we get some sort of health issues or ailments. वो we call it as कहते हैं ना मौसम बदलता है तो फिर अपनी तबीयत खराब होती है, something like that. Okay, so that is the reason why when we are doing fasting, so during this time, especially during Navratri, so we are giving more of rest to our body. So once the rest is given to our body, rejuvenation is happening. At the same time, if you are doing some kind of yoga asanas and some meditation, as Ruchi ji has already taught us, so this kind of meditation, if you do, you will slowly observe the amount of peace which we are actually wanting to see. Now, when further I go on fasting, so it's a time I've seen that during fasting, people eat more. It is a very natural tendency. Like on a fasting day, I've seen people, continuously eating. It starts from the Rajgira laddu to some sabudana khichdi to sabudana vadi to lot of tea and coffee, because the reason is I'm on fast, so I have to do keep because I'm not having that usual chapati, bhaji, and dal and rice. So this is the fasting food. It is not going to supply me sufficient energy. So I'm going to have more of laddus, rajgira laddus, more of sabudana, these things. But then we are taxing our body in that way. So we need to ensure that we are not eating too much, because thinking that fasting mein aur zyada khana hai, not like that. So we should not be taxing our body, to make sure, especially this session is on Navratri fasting. So Navratri fasting will be little different from the other fasting which we do. So all the 9 days, if we are going to observe fasting, how we are going to do, that's one question. So there are certain food which we need to incorporate in our during fasting. So in that, the first thing comes is the seasonal fruits. Okay. Now what happens? Do not have a combination of fruits in your plate. But since you are fasting, it should be only one fruit at a time. Say if you are eating apple, that means it should be only apple. If it is banana, it means only banana. So you have to have only one fruit at a time. Now there are certain fasting millets, I can say, or you can call it as cereals or whatever. So like sama rice is very commonly used while we are fasting, because see, basically all these sama rice or kuttu ka atta, which is also called as buckwheat atta, singhada atta, which is the amaranth, that is singhada atta is called as, in English we call it as water chestnut flour, and then amaranth, that is rajgira flour, raw peanut, sabudana, that is sago. All these things are used during fasting. Now we have to avoid the normal rice or the wheat or whatever food which we are, in normal days which we eat. So apart from the fruits, we are going to have these things. You make something out of buckwheat, you make something out of sama rice. So all, and then another thing is, we are not going to use the regular table salt while we are fasting. So that is the salt which is called as Sendha Namak or In Hindi, we call it as Senda Namak. You can use pink salt or black salt. So when we are adding these sweets, basically these are the sattvic food. Another thing is no excess oil consumption during this fasting time, especially Navratri fasting time. Mainly, we are going to use only food prepared in ghee. That too, not lot of ghee, very little ghee. So the idea is to keep our body very light. So once our body is very light, our mind is also very light and it is energized. So that's the reason. And again, if in our wheat atta or these things are low in glycemic index. So the more you eat, you will find if for a diabetic person, it is really, really going to help. And for common people like us, and especially who are looking for weight loss, for them also it is very beneficial. So when we talk about, Navratri fasting, it is very scientific. It's not like, for religion purpose we are doing. It's not like that. It's quite scientific because the reason is from one season to the other season, there's a transition. So we are going to give a kind of rest to our body. So when our body is resting, that which means when the digestive system is resting, so naturally all the cells are getting rejuvenated. Now, when the cells are getting physiologically, when the cells are getting rejuvenated, naturally, our mind also becomes much more calmer than what it was. Secondly, while during Navratri, even people who eat non-vegetarian food, they don't eat non-vegetarian, they switch over to vegetarian food. So that's a very big change they find in themselves because all the non-vegetarian food are considered as tamasic food. So from tamasic food, when we are switching over to directly to sattvic food, because all these food which I mentioned during Navratri, which we are going to have, so all these are sattvic food. So naturally, when you're having sattvic food, so naturally the mind is very calm, body is very light, you feel very light. So these are certain changes which you can find when you are doing a proper fasting, not like eating too much during fasting. So these are some of the tips if you are going for fasting. Make sure that you have plenty of juices, you have fruit in the sense just one fruit at a time. If you are having one time meal a day, so that should not be consisting of normal rice or we made something out of wheat flour. It should be only these things, sama rice or buckwheat or raw peanut or sago. These things you include. You can do things out of these millets. So include all these things in your 9 days fasting. So what happens is if you finish your dinner by eating these things say around 6:30, and before going to bed, if you have a glass of milk, so you will find that after 1 or 2 days you yourself will understand the changes that has happened in your body, both in the cellular level as well as in the psychological level, that you are much more fresh, you are morning we don't need that alarm to get up. If the alarm is ringing at 5:30 and then you are just hitting the mobile and then again you're going off to sleep, and when after half an hour when you're getting up, your eyes are sticking, you're not able to open it. Once you do this kind of fasting especially during Navratri or maybe later on also, if you observe, such kind of eating habit, if you follow, so you'll find it slowly, lot of changes you can see in yourself. So that's the reason I would like to, just mention over here that it's not about, pleasing the goddess, or it's not about that my ancestors used to do, so I have to do just because I need to follow the tradition so that I can teach my children. Not teach your children in the right way, in a correct way, that why we are fasting, because the younger generation is much more smarter than us. If you tell them that you have to do fasting for 9 days or you cannot have non-vegetarian food for 9 days, so they will not listen to you. You have to give them a proper explanation, a scientific explanation, that what is the reason behind the things which we are doing, which we are following in our culture. So you can explain them that is a seasonal change. From one season to other season, we are switching over. So we need to, and the digestive fire is very high during this time. So we are going to give some relaxation to our digestive system. We are going to give, some kind of different type of lighter food, so that we are moving from the tamasic to the sattvic food, and then how it is going to have an impact on our physiological and psychological functions. So this is how we can observe fasting during these 9 days. So this was a small topic which I wanted to cover, since the Navratri is going to start soon from Saturday. So people can, get some idea that why we are fasting. It should not be that blindly we are doing something because our ancestors had done this. Okay, that was the only reason for choosing this particular topic. So if you have any question related to fasting, you can please go ahead.
Ma'am, can you please let us know what should be like what we should have early in the morning and how the day should proceed from there on?
Okay. Okay. So when you get up early in the morning, the most importantly, especially during this 9 days, and if you actually want to see on the 10th day, the difference, or maybe in between also, first important thing is, which I feel a lot of people will not like when I say, do not drink tea or coffee when you get up in the morning. Okay. So when we are on fast, because tea and coffee are something which is very acidic, we are trying to provide, if we, in a nutrition language, if I say, so we are providing more of alkaline diet or alkaline food during fasting. So when you get up in the morning, first thing is we need to have something neutral, and that neutral is only water. So just drink plain water, and then for the breakfast you can have some juice, and then in the mid morning you have one fruit. If you feel very hungry, because some people will be starting fasting, which fasting is new for them, those people can have two apples together, three apples together, or two, three bananas together, but only one fruit at a time. So mid morning you have some fruits, good big bowl of fruit, and then because this is one time eating, we cannot have a complete meal for lunch. So again in the afternoon, during lunch time, you have some coconut water, or some other juice you can prepare and have. So these things, and say around 4 or 4:30 p.m. you can have little bit of nuts, say little bit of almonds you include, cashews, or maybe raisins you include, dates you can include, and then evening by 6 or 6:30 you have a small meal. Either you make some sabudana sago khichdi, or you make some kind of sweet with kuttu ka atta, that is buckwheat halwa, tastes very good. Or you can make something out of sama rice. So these things you can have it in the evening at around 6:30, and then you will be going off to sleep. But if you feel that you are little hungry when you are sleeping, because there's a it's more of psychological, because you have not eaten the regular food the whole day. So before going to bed, you can have a glass of warm milk, adding half teaspoon of ghee and 1 teaspoon of honey to it. So this can be a complete fasting schedule which you can have for all these 9 days.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hello,
Thank you so much.
hello,
Yeah, hello.
hello, ma'am. Those who are having the pitta dosh, what they should have to eat during fast?
For Pitta dosh, fasting can be done very easily compared to Vata and Kapha. Pitta people can do it easily, but then for Pitta people, make sure that you are not having too much of citrus fruits at one go. Anyways, right now in this season, we won't get the citrus fruits, but Amla is something which people take. So Amla might be, you cannot have more of amlas. You have amla in the form of murabbas, but then murabbas will also not be very good to eat. But then you can have, when you are making juice, add just one amla to your juice, something like that, or maybe you skip amla if you are a pitta person. But otherwise, the rest of the thing is not going to, give a kind of, it will be very rejuvenating only. It's not going to, you won't be pressurizing yourself. This the diet which I said, this is easier to follow even for a pitta person. But then maybe Vata people or Kapha people might find it little difficult. But then if you start, you will be able to continue it. That won't be a problem.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Bhavani, there's a
Ma'am,
question in the chat. Can I read it for you?
Yes,
How
please.
many cooked meals do you recommend in a day? Also, which are the vegetables which can be consumed?
Cooked meals during fasting, only one time. Only one time, that too in the evening, that too before sunset. And when we talk vegetables, so more of like these, some of the root vegetables like sweet potatoes, and then turnips, and then the leafy vegetables, these can be included rather than going for cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, and carrots and all those things. We can go in for these things.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, you told something for the pit pacifying foods. Ma'am, if you can give a glimpse of Vata pacifying foods, especially to be eaten during fasting, that will be great. Can you hear me, ma'am? Or should I repeat my
No,
question?
no, please repeat the question again.
Ma'am, I was asking if you can give a glimpse of Vata pacifying foods, which are good to be eaten in fasting and otherwise. That will be really great.
That is during fasting you are asking, or in general?
Ma'am, during fasting.
Okay. So during fasting. So, okay, what I'll do is I'll share a list of this in the group. You can have a look, and accordingly then you can go for when you are doing your fasting.
Okay, ma'am, will
So there's
work.
a complete list which I can share. I'll put it in the group. Okay. Will
Sure,
that be
ma'am. Thank
fine?
you. Yes,
Hello,
ma'am. Thank you.
Bhavani.
Will work.
Bhavani.
Nitya,
Yeah.
just a second. Somebody,
Huh.
Varsha has asked, Sabudana, if we eat all the time, then there won't be acidity problem. She's doubtful.
But then, yeah, but sabudana every day we are not going to eat sabudana. So yeah, one day maybe it's sabudana, the other day something else, third day something else, because we have a lot of things to eat. So because we usually think associate sabudana with upas, with fast.
Yeah.
So I don't eat every day. Yeah.
Nitya, go
Yes,
ahead.
Nityaji, you are asking.
No, I got the answer because you told, but I wanted to ask about sabudana. Whether is it okay to have sabudana? That's it.
Hi, ma'am. I had a
Thank
question.
you.
Kinjal Das here. So I wanted to ask that on the 10th day when we break the fast, like, is it okay? Is there a procedure to break the fast, or how will the body react to normal food on the 10th day?
Yes. So, once after on the 10th day, so people generally what happens, the 9 days we have done fasting. So, 10th day suddenly jump into the non-vegetarian food or suddenly having a lot of dry stuff. That should not be done. It has to be a very slow weaning process. So, after that, maybe, so one time all these days we were eating, so now we will be eating twice a day. So, in that twice a day, also, it should not be very oily food, not too much of fried food. Suddenly, it should not be a jump from vegetarian to non-vegetarian food. So the weaning has to happen very slowly. Okay. So very, and then again small meals, not that full stomach, eating too much, that should not happen. So keep, it said that, one fourth of the stomach should be left empty. Three-fourths should be filled. So that emptiness we should feel. We should always feel that, I'm hungry, hungry. So then if you do this for a week, slowly and gradually, you get used to that normal routine.
All right. Thank you. Also, I had one more question.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard like nuts, it's supposed to be eaten soaked. Like, compared to
Yes.
the normal. So
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
soaked ones
So
are better.
when we soak nuts, especially the almonds and raisins. So one thing is the nutritive value rises up, and secondly, it is easy to digest and remove the skin, and then you eat it. Then the soaked one, that is more easy to digest. So mainly, if you soak and eat, so your digestion becomes easier, and more of nutrition we get from this.
Okay, thank you.
And I would like to say something else also,
Yeah,
because
5 minutes
next week,
only.
I'll just end. Just wanted to say this. Next week, please have a look at my Facebook and Instagram live. Facebook live on
Okay,
Monday
yeah.
at 1:30 and Instagram at 6:30. So I'm going to make something related to this only, with sama rice and with puttu kata, that is buckwheat flour. So which can be later on also, if not in Navratri, whenever you are fasting, you can make all these things and have during fasting. I think we can take one last question because only 5 minutes are there. Then the session will get ended.
We have to thank you all also. Who's asking now?
Okay. And before someone asks the question, please all of you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Akanksha Desire for Wellness, and like me on Facebook. I'll share the links if you're there. Join the quarantine group. You can get a lot of recipes too over there. Yeah. Yes, Veenaji, any question on the chat?
No, no, they are all thanking you and all. And before you ask last this thing, I'll also thank Ruchi for the wonderful journey of the chakras, and you for why fasting, what to eat, not to eat, and additional tips too. Thanks to both of you. We were little, definitely there has been takeaway. Everybody will agree with that. Thank you. Anybody can
Yeah.
ask anything,
Thank
please.
you. Thank you, Bhavani.
Okay.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you. And thank you, Veenaji,
Thank you,
especially
madam.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
organizing
Bhavani?
this. Thank you a lot. Wish you all
Thank
a
you,
very
ma'am.
happy Navratri.
Thank
Happy
you,
Yeah,
madam.
Navratri
wish
to
you
Nice
too.
everybody,
information.
Wish you
right?
too.
Happy Navratri to you too. Thank you
With
so
energy,
much.
we can play
Happy
alone Dandiya and Garba at home with family.
No. Veenaji, next week we are going to have Garba session, online Garba session.
Wow, very
All
good.
Good, good,
you to
good.
join.
Yeah.
So
Bhavani,
I'll
okay, Bhavani, 1 second. This time is best for me. I can do anything. This time free,
yeah.
completely free.
Yes. So I'll definitely share all the participants. Please do join the Garba session. It will be mostly on
Yes.
next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
be sharing the dates and link with all of you. So thank you,
Okay.
Veenaji, to remind about Garba and Dandiya.
Have a blessing Navratri to one and all.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you
night.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Good
Bye-bye.
night. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Navratri to all.
Yeah, to you all too.
Thank you.